With COVID-19 cases increasing in Utah, the Jordan district now has new guidelines for when to close schools.
That decision was made at tonight's school board meeting. Fox 13's John Franchi explains what this means for both students and their families.
This comes on the heels of Riverton High School being shut down for deep cleaning last week and Copper Hills closed today for the same reason. Now, a specific metric must be met for a school in this district to move to online learning.
Answer a lot of questions for our community.
The debate lasted for more than 2 hours on how many COVID-19 cases it will take for a school to shut its doors.
I agree with the number 15. It just seems so random and so arbitrary. To our situation.
You can't show me a requirement to stick to 15.
The board said there's been misinformation circulating that 15 cases should automatically trigger a move to online learning.
It is school administration's decision in consultation with school board and with the health department.
The board decided on these milestones. When a high school hits 15 active cases, it will close for a day of deep cleaning. When 1% of a student body tests positive, the board will meet to look at available options. When 2% of students in a school contract COVID-19, all classes will move to online for 2 weeks and the school building will be shut down. Under those guidelines, Copper Hills High School is allowed to reopen. It currently has 16 cases among its student body of roughly 2,000. 2% of 2,000 would be 40 cases. Board President BRYCE DUNFORD believes this offers clarity to families.
We also want to take reasonable action and say, when should we quarantine an entire school? That's a very serious situation, and we want parents to know, here's our process and here's what we're going to follow.
I don't think people realize.
But parents who spoke at the socially distant meeting,
you're going to shut down at their education,
did not agree with that metric, including one father who owns a senior living facility.
You're not following what I think is the CDC guidelines, the health department guidelines, both state and local. If we can bring people back in 3 days with a negative test with no signs or symptoms, why can't we bring a student back in 3 days with a negative test?
So the school board here trying to navigate through some unprecedented times, but they acknowledge they too are learning as they go, but they're trying to give students the best education as safely as possible. They also announced they'll create a COVID-19 dashboard on their website, much like the Canyons District, to update parents 5 days a week. In Riverton, John Franchi, Fox 13 News, Utah.